Hey everybody, welcome to Snow Talk. Away through News meteorologist Brian Good here. Apologize, I'm dragging a bit today. I'm a little out of it, but I will get you through this Snow Talk, I promise. But I will be out tomorrow, and Christy will be back in the saddle for at least one day, and then I'm back all next week. All right, well, let's talk about the snowboard first, and then we'll get into the obvious setup that's coming our way, and then we'll talk about Christmas briefly. Snowboard. Of course, the system for Saturday night and Sunday, we'll watch that. Another one around the 22nd, iffy, and then is it going to be before or after Christmas? That's that system there on the 26th that we'll try to at least take a gander at here shortly. Big story today, though, is just the cold weather. It's 14 right now in Louisville. We dipped so far 13 is the last check I got is our low in the city. Wind chill at one point in Louisville was about 2 below zero. 5 in Seymour is the actual number. 7 in Salem. It's going to be tough to break out of this warm pattern today, or cold pattern, I should say, with any warming. It's not going to happen. We should at least get above the 20-degree mark, but how far above 20? That's a good question. I don't know if it's going to get very far. Our system for the upcoming weekend. Here's the leading edge of the warmer air surge waiting for us back here and across the Rockies. I already see the snow streaking out in advance of it there. That'll be in here tomorrow afternoon, evening. Our system itself moving in here across California. Look at the lows, though. If you look carefully, how the spinning motion of them, how they're going backwards. This Arctic high that's in our area now. I mean, this is a blocking pattern. So these lows just, they move in and then like, whoa, wait a minute, got to back up. So they get thrown back out to sea. But they'll come back into play, but it is causing some turbulence, no pun intended, in the models in the longer term. So that's why I'm not paying a whole lot of attention right now to a lot of the details. All right, so let's get right to it. I'm going to show you the RPM model first. I think it has a decent idea of where things will go. Temperatures today, barely over 20 if we're lucky. Tonight, not as cold. And then tomorrow, by 3 in the afternoon, RPM has got us with increasing clouds. At that point, we should be above freezing, but Indiana, not so much. But as precipitation breaks out, notice a little brief period of that freeze and rain in northern counties. It looks brief because by this point, the warm air that's moving in is going to be quite dramatic. And the radar may be lit up at times tomorrow, but the atmosphere is quite dry. It's going to take a while to get the moisture all the way to the ground level. So the radar may look impressive and look ominous tomorrow afternoon. Like, oh, here comes the freezing rain, but very little may end up reaching the ground. Of course, we'll watch it. At this point, though, based on what usually happens here, warm air advection wins out, but so does dry air in our area. So we got to get the dew points up if you want anything. If you want anything wintry. And again, the window for that still looks to be very, very narrow. All right, then we get into the rainy setup. It'll be off and on showers, especially in Indiana for the first part of the day. And then in the afternoon, the front and the band of rain will move through. But look at that. 66, 67, near 70 in Owensboro. Absolutely that is possible. We overachieved many times in a southwest flow. And this one could be very well one of those because the front is we ease just a bit. So that potential is there. It's not going to be an all-day rain, but showers will certainly increase as the front approaches. And then here we go. Now, this is where things get crazy in a sense because all the deeper moisture at this point by Saturday night is east. We're now getting to the point of getting to the frozen precipitation, but we have lost a lot of the moisture. In some cases, we lose it in what we call the crystal zone, the snow growth zone for snowflakes to materialize. And if we lose it there, then it's a raindrop that goes all the way to the ground, which in some cases will be freezing drizzle. Either way, the RPM just really dries it out and does aim more toward freezing drizzle instead of going to snow at all as we head into Saturday night, early Sunday. That is certainly possible. We're not going to focus yet, at least not this update, on the type of accumulation potential on the back end of this when it comes to sleet, freezing rain, or snow. I don't see a need in it. I don't see it being a big deal. Although any type of precipitation, period, can be a big deal because we are going to see this crash. And I still think that's going to be the issue, is the flash freeze of the roads being wet because tracking the wind speeds. Here are the potential wind gusts. These are not sustained. These are potential gusts you're looking at. So here it is today. Winds relax tonight. Start to change direction. Tomorrow, start to get that southeast flow. Winds ramp up. Friday night, it's getting that surge of warmth into our area. Same thing on Saturday. Warm flow. And then there we go. 5:30 in the afternoon. We switch them around the northwest. And they are gusty at that point, but we got rain moving through as well. But as we get into the evening, there looks to be a separation, a break in the wind speeds before the surge back here across the Wabash in Illinois and Indiana moves back in later on Sunday morning. And that gap, that relaxation of the wind is what concerns me, because that could be just enough of relaxation for the flash freeze to take place. And that's why we're going to more than likely talk about that more than the frozen precipitation on the back end. You see the drop here, 58 at 6, below freezing, probably about 11 o'clock at night. 5 hours, likely a good 30-degree drop. That can be significant if the winds are light at that point. So that is what I think is going to be more of a travel issue for a lot of you, so stay tuned. Let's look at the other models here on this setup. Here's the Schreff model. This is the temperature. The black line is the average of all the other ensemble ideas. You see we go above freezing tomorrow afternoon. It says at 2 o'clock we go above freezing on the Schreff, and then we keep going and going and going. It's got us almost to 60, but some of the ensembles get us into the mid-60s. And then there's the drop that takes place thereafter. Look at that steep drop on that one model here. That's impressive, isn't it? Going from 50 to looks like below the freezing mark in about 2 hours. All right, we look at precip type on the Schreff model. Rain. It's not giving us much on the front end, by the way, of tomorrow night's event, so it's giving us all rain. And then you can see that it's balancing itself between the types. It's just a messy setup because it all depends how much moisture we got in different layers of the atmosphere. So I wouldn't get too worried about the back end here. Real quick on Christmas. Weather Service, by the way. This is a great feature on Weather Bell. You can see what the Weather Service offices have painted out. This only goes to Saturday midday, so this is mainly for the freeze and rain event tomorrow night. The freeze and drizzle. They are painting at least a light, very, very light accumulation. More so of an issue for the Cincinnati market, it looks like. All right, now for Christmas week, the GFS ensemble still have high pressure in our control of the weather Christmas morning. So does the Euro. The Euro is a little more to the east compared to yesterday. I know the operational runs are showing maybe some rain to snow. I get that. Too early. You saw the blocking going on in the Pacific Ocean. Let's get past this weekend, and then we'll focus on that.